guys, I'm back today with a video that is on a collection that was kind of like spur of the moment, and because this is one of my favorite colors, I immediately went and ordered it because I really wanted to give it a shot, see what it would look like, and I really think for the price, the value of at least the ones I've gotten in the past have been really, really good. So the collection that I'm talking about is from e.l.f. and I've got like little pieces of it everywhere all over the place. And it looks like this. I'll show you a piece at a time. As I start to drop stuff. So this is the lip plumping gloss. This reminds me extremely... Hang on, let's see if I can grab it real quick. When you put it on the lips, it actually reminded me a lot of the shade that's in the Blood Money collection from JSC. And they look different in the packaging, of course, but I definitely think that the finish on the mouth is very similar. Now, I was wearing it just in the center of my lips, but I did have to blot it off because it was like burning my mouth. Now, I've used a lot of plumping glosses in the past. I don't so much use them now, but it was like probably one of the worst. Like, I was actually like concerned that I was having a reaction, to be really honest with you guys. However, if you are not sensitive, then $4 for this is a really good price. If you wanted to pick up something that was similar to this, I think that the color, like when I actually put the video of me putting on my eyeshadow and stuff, you're gonna be able to see it on my mouth. It looks really nice. I think it's a really nice little like minty touch to add to the collection. So maybe if you didn't want to, number one, support JSC or spend $18, this is a really nice option for $4. However, if you are sensitive, this may not be the right choice for you. The smell is kind of it's mint. I mean, it's mint, and I'm allergic to a lot of stuff, and I don't think I was having an allergic reaction. As soon as I took it off my lips, it stopped burning. So take that as you will. Okay, so then the next thing that I got was, so I actually got two of them. This is $8 for 3 brushes, and they're mint brushes, which of course, just because of the color, I was immediately taken on them. Now, I will say, I have liked e.l.f. brushes in the past, so I thought, okay, why not give them a shot? Not that I like all e.l.f. brushes, because I certainly don't. But I think that if you're looking for kind of stiff, coarse brushes, which sounds kind of like ridiculous, why would anybody want that? But if you are looking for that, these are a really nice thing to pick up. I think the price is really good. Me personally, I'm going to break down my final thoughts on those so you can see what I thought of them at the very end. And then, moving on to the two quads, they look like this. The one called Meant to Be, and let me open it up for you. That is what the inside looks like. And then the other one called Chocolate Mint, and the inside looks like this. So these two together, side by side, they're definitely a complementary set of quads, definitely in a range that I normally really like. And I'm going to give you my final thoughts on these at the very end as well. Now, here's something to note. These did used to be $3 each when you would get the quads. These were each $4. So, something to keep in mind when you are on their website. So, I am going to swatch these for you guys right now. Then I'm going to do the look that is on my eyes. And I'm going to give you my final thoughts at the very end. So, stay tuned for that. I'm going to start with the quad that's called Meant to Be. And the shades actually have no name. But this is a minty green, kind of spearmint green metallic shade. So the payoff is really nice, but let me just tell you guys up front that this texture is very strange. It's like a dry and yet still kind of sticky formulation. The second shade in this quad is actually, in my opinion, very special. So right now, all you guys are seeing is kind of like a white with a slight tint of green to it, but it is also kind of really silverish and transformative and kind of like that holographic finish that's really popular right now. So it's sad that it's not coming across that way in this video, but it is very much that way in real life. The next shade is like and that's just kind of like a light mint shade. It is a little bit patchy when I'm swatching it out. It did work on the lid, however, I did not like the brushes. I think it would have worked a lot better with better brushes. And this is the last shade in the quad. And this is like a deep sage with a little bit more blue to it. You'd be very surprised to hear that I have every single one of these shades on my lid right now, and you can barely tell that I have this one at all. Alright, the first shade in the Chocolate Mint palette. Okay, so in the camera it also looks just like a green, slightly white shade. It is a little bit of that transformative as well, but it is more of a less chunky one. Here is the second shade. It's a really nice champagne metallic. This is the third shade. And this is kind of like a pukey tan brown, the last shade in the quad. And this is like a chocolatey charcoal brown. Here are both of the palettes. Okay, so I'm back. I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts here, and let's go ahead and start with the brushes. For me, personally, I didn't really like them. Now, I do actually have the second set, which you saw me use in the video as well. I have a third one around here somewhere. This one is very, very dense, and I would say it is extremely stiff, so if you like that type of thing, this will be really nice for you. Then this, maybe with more use, it'll get more like puffed out for a, you know, all over blender. Personally, for me, I'm not crazy about the shape of it. It's kind of flat and wide and strange. So for me, I didn't really like it for overall blending. And then this little guy, I kind of used it for under my eye. I think it would do better for packing on the lid. But I kind of just am not really a fan of this set. But there are a lot of e.l.f. brushes that I do really enjoy. However, these three just aren't it for me personally. You may really like them. And in fact, for blending out certain eyeshadows, I think that they will work. But for these ones, I'm just not as much of a fan. Then, when it comes to the lip gloss, I actually really love the color. The color is beautiful. The smell is, I mean, you can smell it, but it's not like ridiculous. It does kind of dissipate pretty quickly, so that's not like cloying or overwhelming or anything like that. However, the burning for me was like way too much. I was like, nope. But I'm also the kind of girl that when I used to go tanning, I could not use tingle lotions. Like, oh, I was the girl that was like scratching her butt and all kinds of crazy stuff because it was like on fire. So I'm probably not the best, I'm probably not the best person to talk to about any kind of lip plumping products, to be honest. But this one for me is like, neat. I would have liked it much, much better without that attribute to it. So then, if we're talking about both of the quads, so let's start with this one right here, which is the Mint to Be. Number one, the name's adorable. The packaging, cute. I love it. I think they did a really good job staying on theme, personally. I'm like, that's kind of like my jam. This color in particular is one of my absolute favorite colors. It is throughout my whole house because I've got a problem. But let me just say this. I've got every color in this quad on my eye, and I feel like this comes off, this very dark shade comes off much, much lighter. Like, here it is on my arm. And do you think that you can tell it's on my eye? I think maybe the brushes that I used made a difference, because I think had I used my normal brushes, it would have been a lot deeper. And I think had I used brushes that I typically do every single day, I would have liked the diversity of the look a little bit more. So, you know, if you have a brush set that you're really comfortable with and you want to use it with that, I think that would make this a lot better. And at $4, that's a really good price. That's $1 per shade. I do like the shades. I think that the texture on your fingers is really strange, but I think the payoff on your lid is really nice. So, you know, all in all, I definitely think this is a win. This one's called Chocolate Mint, and I seriously wish I would have used more of the shades in this. Now, I did use 2 of the shades in here, but I didn't use these 2. And I think that the look that I would get with the other 2 would be really fun. So I do want to use this a little bit more. I want to utilize those shades that are like in the pukey range because your girl really digs those. So I'll get back to you on that. But as far as payoff and everything went, I was really impressed with the way they look. I think they're really nice. $4. You can't beat that. That is a great price. If you are looking for something in these color ranges and you don't want to spend a lot of money, these are a complete win. So that is my thought on all of that. Hopefully it is helpful to you guys. If it was, make sure you put a comment down below, like this video, subscribe, and ring the bell for future updates, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.